Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be doing my perfume diaries video, and this is going to be my first update for the month of February. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing the fragrances that I have been wearing this month, the ones that I've been loving, the ones that I have been testing out that are new to my collection. So I love to give you guys updates in these videos and just keep you guys up to date with my perfume tray and the fragrances that I have been wearing. So if you are interested in the perfumes that I have been wearing this month, just keep on watching. I'm going to start off with the one that I don't think is going to stay in my collection. So this is new to my collection. I already did a video on my first impressions on this fragrance, but I don't think it's good enough for me to keep it. It's not a bad fragrance one bit. I really like it, but it's not a love. And this is Ariana Grande's R.E.M Cherry Eclipse. Tier. I have a few issues with this perfume. So I love the packaging. I love the bottle. I wish that I can keep it just because of that, because I love the way that this looks displayed on my perfume tray. I don't know if to give this more time or if to add it to my next Mercari sale. I don't know what to do. It reminds me so much of Sunset Glow from Bath and Body Works, and the more I smell it, there's so many things I love about this. I'm getting like this musky second skin along with the cherry, but you guys, no matter how much I try to not pay attention to the cherry, to just enjoy the perfume, after, let's say, like after half an hour of having it on, I just start picking up syrupy cherry again. Now, it's not as bad as other perfumes, and I can totally wear this one and it's not going to give me a headache. It's not going to get on my nerves. It's none of that. It is a very nice, almost sexy. This is probably one of the sexiest perfumes that she has in her collection, because usually she'll do like very girly scents, flirty. This one has a little bit more of like, you know, attitude to it, even though it's still young and it's still fun and it's not super duper mature or anything, but it does have like a sexy side to it. So that's kind of how I feel about this one. I do like the other notes that are surrounding that cherry, but the main issue that I'm having is that I can't really smell it on myself that much. Like, I'll smell it the first few minutes of having it on, maybe like the first hour, 2 hours, and then after that, I can't really smell it on me. So I want to know if you guys have this fragrance, how is it performing for you? How are you enjoying it? I feel like I really liked it when I first got it, but now that I'm wearing it, it's not giving me like that feeling that I love when I find a fragrance that is just my favorite, that I'm excited about it. This is not really giving it to me, but I'm probably, maybe I'll let her stay for like another month. We'll see. Or you might see it in my next sale. But it's not a bad one, but it's not an amazing one either. So that's kind of how I'm feeling with this fragrance at the moment. So this next fragrance is the fragrance that I was reaching for whenever I went out with my family, if it was to go get something to eat or anywhere that I was dressing up a little bit. It wasn't too casual type of vibes. This is Maison Francis Kirk de Jean, and this is Gentle Fluidity Gold. This is one of my favorite fragrances. Super beautiful and sexy and chic and a little dainty, all wrapped up into one fragrance. The longer this perfume sits, the more I fall in love with it, because that vanilla that everyone talks about, I didn't really get that in the beginning with this fragrance, but now that it's, you know, it's been sitting for a while, I have been giving it love. This is a beautiful fragrance. It's super chic and it's perfect because it doesn't feel super duper sexy. It doesn't feel too deep or too mature or too much. It is the perfect amount of sexiness. So I would recommend this one to anyone who's looking for a more sophisticated vanilla. You are a vanilla girl, you love those vibes, but you want something a little bit more chic, a little bit more dainty, something that you could put on when you have your makeup on, when you're feeling put together, and you want to give that girl type of vibes. This one will do it for you. It's great for date night, especially during fall and winter. That's my favorite time to wear this fragrance because it just has this warmth to it. So this has nutmeg, which gives it a little bit of a spice, but it's not too obvious. I wouldn't consider this sweet. There's a tiny bit of sweetness, but for the most part, it's definitely, it feels grown. It feels, I wouldn't say mature, but it definitely feels grown. If you have been wanting to try this fragrance, if you have been curious about it, but it's just not in your budget, or you simply just don't want to spend that much on a fragrance, I understand. You can still get this same experience for way, way less. So with that said, I want to thank today's sponsor, which is Juliana's Perfume. If you love watching my videos, I'm sure that you are familiar with Juliana's Perfume by now, and I don't want to bore you, but if you've never heard of them, check them out. Juliana's Perfume creates fragrances that are inspired by high-end and niche perfumes for so much less. It's so affordable. The quality is still there. I would not recommend them if I didn't think that the quality was there, if I hadn't tested them, if I haven't worn them. They also have travel sizes available, so you don't have to buy a full size if you don't want to. I am going to talk about the option that you have if you would like to try Gentle Fluidity Gold. Juliana's Perfume has a fragrance that is called Liquid Gold, and this is inspired by Gentle Fluidity Gold. So I already told you the notes for Gentle Fluidity Gold. They're the exact same in this one. So the top is juniper berries and vanilla. They just kind of played around with where the notes are at. So vanilla is in the base of Gentle Fluidity Gold, but in here we have it in the opening, and then you have the nutmeg, you have the coriander, you have the woody notes, the musk, and the amber. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray some of the liquid gold on my right hand. I already have Gentle Fluidity Gold on my left. Now I will say this, which is pretty interesting. So right now, since this is much newer than this bottle, when I spray the Juliana's Perfume one, I smell what I used to smell when I first got this one. So this one has been sitting for, I've had this one for probably like 3-4 years now. So it's very different from when I first got it. This one is definitely sweeter. I feel like the vanilla just turns into this sweet, warm, I almost want to say sugary, but it's not sugary, but it kind of gives me that vibe. So this one is not necessarily here yet, but I feel like it's definitely gonna get to that point. But when it comes to the scent, I can already smell Gentle Fluidity Gold. Now here is where the unique touches come in with Juliana's Perfume, and I also wanted to recommend this one because it also is inspired by Gentle Fluidity Gold, but this one has a twist to it. So this one is Liquid Gold Dreamy Edition. So you have the original Liquid Gold right here, and then here is the Dreamy Edition. And the Dreamy Edition has the same notes as the original Liquid Gold. So it has the juniper berries, it has the vanilla, but they added raspberry in here and mimosa, which I love. And then in the heart notes, they added lychee, they added exotic fruits. So you still have the nutmeg, you still have the coriander, but now they added juicy, tropical, exotic fruits in there. And then the base notes are woody notes, musk, and amber. So this one is very similar as well, but I don't know. I think I don't know if I prefer this one, but this one definitely has like a little twist to it. It's a little different. So if you want to be unique, if you want to have a little bit of a spin to Gentle Fluidity Gold, this one is a must try. Has the base of Gentle Fluidity Gold, but then it gets like this musky fruitiness, a little tartness in there. I'm going to go ahead and leave the link to these fragrances in the description box below. Go ahead and check them out, and I'm sure you're going to find something that you love. So thank you so much to Juliana's Perfume for sponsoring today's video. Let's keep going with the rest of the fragrances. So coming up next, I have Commodity Gold, and this is the personal one. Love this. Love it so, so much. I have been wearing this one when I'm lounging around at home after I take a shower. So if you've heard me talk about Commodity Gold, I love that one. I've had that one for years, which is the expressive one, and it comes in a black bottle. But I recently got the Gold Personal, and I'm so happy I did. So this is very similar to the Gold. I keep spraying perfumes on myself. I'm gonna smell like 25 different fragrances. Oh my god, this is so good. If you're a fan of those second skin, just soft, vanilla, musky, warm, just that type of scent that I talk a lot about on this channel, like amber vanilla, Juliet has a gun, not a perfume. I kind of noticed that that's my type of fragrance. I really enjoy these types of perfumes, and if you're like me, you need this one in your collection. This one is definitely softer than the original Gold, which is still beautiful and I still love, but this one is just great for, you can wear this year round. You can wear it during the day, you can wear it at night, you can wear it to go out, you can wear it to stay home. It is a beautiful, soft, light vanilla perfume. So if you like the direction where Gentle Fluidity Gold goes, where it is a vanilla, but like I said, it's chic, it's dainty, it just feels like that it girl type of perfume, this is the same vibe, the same category. Just a little softer, a little more casual, so you can definitely wear this every day. This fragrance has vanilla, it has amber, sandalwood, ISO-E super, there's saffron, nutmeg, and patchouli. The patchouli is not too strong. Don't be scared if you don't like patchouli. It's not harsh in here. It's not sharp. If you love Juliette Has a Gun Not a Perfume or those types of scents, you need to check this one out. Next up, I want to give you guys an update on the Kayali Young Bougie Marshmallow 81. So as you can see, the dent just keeps getting bigger and bigger. We are literally halfway done with this fragrance. So this perfume has keynotes of freesia, strawberry, pink marshmallow, creamy coconut, whipped vanilla, and pink musk. So I wore this one the other day. Now that it has been sitting in my collection for a little bit longer, it's had time to sit, and I will say the longevity has gotten much better. Or it could be two things. Either the longevity got a lot better, or it's been super cold, so maybe the cold is making it smell better. But I think I got this one when it was cold, and I have worn it in the cold, so I do feel like it is getting better in the longevity department. I feel like it's getting a little thicker, a little creamier, definitely fluffy, definitely playful and flirty, powdery. It's a super sweet fragrance. It's very innocent. I like to wear this one when I'm just running errands and when I'm out. I don't really pick it up to go anywhere like more dressed up, and I do like to wear it for nighttime. I do like to wear it at home. The strawberry in here is so creamy, and I pick up a lot of strawberry in here. It's like a strawberry marshmallow. That's what I get with this perfume. It's very creamy, it's fluffy, it's sweet, and now it's starting to last longer, and I'm able to smell it on myself more. So I'm really enjoying this one. Now, will I repurchase this one? I don't think so. I usually don't like to get too much into pricing because I feel like everyone finds prices different. What could be affordable for one person could be expensive for the other. So I generally try to stay away from that topic, but I will give my opinion on this one, and I think this one is a little too pricey for what it is. It's a beautiful scent, it's soft, it's gentle, it's creamy, but I don't think that I would pay the amount again for this because I can get this same type of scent from my Bath and Body Works Strawberry Snowflakes for way less. Yeah, they have like a lot of similarities. So I will say it's a beautiful one. I think it's such a nice perfume. You can definitely layer these two together to make it longer lasting, to make it smell even better. But I'm perfectly fine with this, and I don't think I would repurchase it again. I feel like it's a little too pricey, but for a teenage girl, this is beautiful. And if it's a scent that you really enjoy, it's definitely worth it. I just don't think this is like an all-time favorite for me, but it's definitely a really nice, yummy, marshmallowy strawberry perfume. All right, so this next one I wore last night to bed. I'm still not really sure how I feel about this one. I really like the way that it smells. I just can't really pick it up while I'm wearing it. Oh, but it smells so good. This one's such a good one. This is from Noyz, and this is 12 o'clock. This fragrance right here is so effortless to me. Again, it's giving me those vibes of Juliette Has a Gun Not a Perfume, commodity gold, personal. It just makes me think of those second skin type of scents. It smells so good. It's definitely a woody scent. It's soft, it's airy, so it's woody, but it's not too much of that woodiness. Some fragrances like Santal 33 are not for me. This is not that. This is definitely more fluffy, more airy, but it does have that woody touch to it. So this fragrance has jasmine petals, raspberry, and Broxton and spun sugar. So that is where I am getting that little bit of a sweetness from, but I will say thankfully, I'm not getting too much jasmine, so that's one. The raspberry is mixed in there so beautifully. It's so airy and fluffy and dainty. So I wouldn't smell it and say this is raspberry, but I kind of like that because it's not obvious, but it has a hint of a sweetness, a hint of a fruitiness, but it's very soft, and it's mainly more of like that fluffy, airy type of fragrance. Second skin, definitely recommended, but I think it still needs some time to sit. I can't give this one like a final review. I will say I don't really smell it on myself too much, even though I woke up in the morning and I kept smelling something that I really liked, so maybe it was a dry down of this fragrance. fragrance. It's just sugary, a little fluffy and woody. It's not a sharp wood. It smells really, really nice. And this one I'm gonna let sit, and then I will definitely keep trying it to see if it gets better with time. Next up in this update video, I wanted to get into these two. I wore my Ariana Grande Cloud Pink, which, as you can see, I love this perfume so much. It's one of my favorites. And this right here is like Cloud, the blue bottle of this, but they added cotton candy. They added like this candied pineapple. It's very fruity, it's very juicy, while at the same time having that fluffiness from the original Cloud. So this one is definitely one that I freaking love. I love to wear this perfume. It's so easy for me to reach and wear this fragrance. It's sweet, it's fluffy, there's a sugary note in here that's just irresistible. Flirty, it's girly, it's beautiful. I love this one, and I could actually smell this one more than the original Cloud. Sometimes I could get a little nose blind to Cloud. This one has like a little bit of a tropical twist to it. It's beautiful. I love it so much. I've been wearing it. The scent says it all. And it's not super duper long lasting, but I will say it's been getting better with the longevity, and I can smell it on myself while I'm wearing it. And I recently got Clean Reserve Whipped Cherry, and I was getting questions on whether this was too similar to Cloud Pink. So it's kind of like a tricky question, but if you don't want a lot of the same thing and you already have Cloud Pink, I would tell you to use this up and then try the Clean Reserve one. Now, if you don't mind having similar fragrances, just because there is a little bit of a difference, you can go ahead and pick this one up. So this is fluffy, it's powdery, it is still juicy though, and it has a fluffy touch to it, but it's also tropical. It has that pineapple in there. It has like a cotton candy sweetness. This one has the same pineapple, which I think is where we're getting the similarities to this, is because there is, I think, was it coconut? There's notes that are very similar. So I'm going to put the notes for the Clean Reserve on this side, and I'm going to put the notes for the Cloud Pink on the other side, so that you guys can see why they could smell similar. Although they are similar, in the end, when you spray it, I feel like they give different vibes. This one, yes, if I spray it on my hand and I look for that pineapple and I look for the same notes as in Cloud Pink, yes, I'm gonna find similarities. But this is so good. This is like a milkshake literally with whipped cream, and the cherry is just the cherry on top. It's not crazy cherry, it's not syrupy. This one is fluffy, this one is sweet, powdery like a marshmallow, and it feels a little sexier. So this would be like the little younger sister. She's fun, she's flirty, and this is like the grown-up sister, and it has a little bit of sexiness even though she's also fun and she's also flirty. So it has like this fluffy cloud-like texture to it, along with a little bit of cherry, but it's the perfect cherry. I prefer this cherry over the cherry eclipse, to be 100% honest. When I am done with my Cloud Pink, I think I'm gonna get this one next and replace it with this one, because I am in love with that scent profile. I'm gonna leave the new like star of the show, the new baby in my collection, we're gonna leave that for last. But we're gonna talk about Ariana Grande's Mod Blush. This is another fragrance that I am obsessed with from Ariana Grande's line. I prefer this one over the Mod Vanilla because the Mod Vanilla has plum. I am not a plum girl. It always turns kind of like dusty, old smelling on me. But this one right here reminds me of my childhood. There is something so youthful in here, flirty, beautiful. When I smell this, all I can think of is Pretty Girl. It smells so good. I think this can definitely be in my top 10 for life. I don't reach for it as much as I should, and I'm definitely reaching for it more lately because it's so unique to me. I don't think there's anything that smells exactly like this perfume. Yeah, you can get yourself other fruity florals. You can find fragrances that are similar, but there's something about this one. That opening with the passion fruit, which I'm usually not a fan of passion fruit, but in here it is perfection. It gives like this splash of youthfulness and fun and fruity and cooling and refreshing, and then that rose starts to come in and it adds a little bit of a powdery touch while still keeping the fruit, so it's not mature, it's not too powdery. It's bello. I love it so, so much. I give this a 10 out of 10. And the longevity is really good on this one. Again, it's not beast mode. It's not going to be one that's going to fill up the entire room. But you're going to be able to smell it on yourself. You're going to have a really good scent bubble. And there's nothing bad that I can say about Mod Blush. It's my favorite. And I choose this one over Mod Vanilla anytime. And last but not least, this fragrance right here got me compliments like I was not expecting it. This is by Rosie Jane, and this is Rosie, which I feel like I had some of you guys recommending this one to me. If I'm not mistaken, there might be another one that I need to try by Rosie Jane that I think I've been getting a lot of comments on, but if I'm not mistaken, this was one of them. The main accords for this are musky, powdery, and rose. What the heck? Like, I never thought that I would say that a favorite fragrance of mine has these notes. It has musk, it has red rose and Moroccan rose and vanilla. It is like a rose water type of scent while still being musky, while still being like second skin, while still feeling clean and refreshing. This is beautiful. I love this one so, so much as well. As you can see, there's a little bit of a dent already. This is a little tiny bottle because I did get this in a, I think it was one of those subscription bags. So this right here is again like those scents that I have been telling you guys that I like, kind of like the 12 o'clock from Noyz, the commodity gold. I feel like I found my scent profile. I just feel so good when I have fragrances like that on, and this fits in there while still giving you a different twist. So you can have those musky second skin type of perfumes, but they could have a floral, they can have a woody note, they can have a fruity note, and that's how you could kind of make them unique. So I always let you guys know that whenever I have an orthodontist appointment, I like to put on very soft perfumes because I'm gonna have someone literally right next to my face and I don't want to choke them out. I don't want to bother them. I feel like that's not cute. Put this on, I go to my orthodontist appointment, and when they start working on me, the girl that is changing everything, she's like, "Do you have a perfume on?" And I was just like, "Yes, I do." And then she's like, "Which perfume is it?" So I told her that it was this one, and she's like, "I knew it. I have that one at my house. I got it in a subscription bag." And I'm just like, same here. And that's how I started wearing it. And she tells me this is the most pleasant thing I've smelled all day because I'm pregnant and everything is bothering me. She's like, "I can smell everything." So when she first told me that she was pregnant, the first thing I asked her was, "I'm so sorry, is it bothering you?" Because when I was pregnant, there was so many things that I just could not stand the smell of. And that's when she told me, no, that is the most pleasant thing that I've smelled all day, and it smells so good. So that was the first compliment that I got from a pregnant woman. That means a lot to me. And then I had my husband chasing me around the house the rest of that day. It lasted me, first of all, it lasted me all day, from the morning until I went to go take a shower in the evening. And every time that I passed by my husband, he just kept telling me, "You smell so good." Like, he has not gone crazy over a perfume like this in a minute, because since I'm always trying new perfumes, he's just like, "You always smell good." But when I get those where I get that reaction from him, this one was crazy. It was crazy. Like, he wouldn't stop sniffing me. He wouldn't stop coming up to me and telling me that it smelled good. And I also got the same reaction with the whipped cherry. So he really, really enjoyed these two. He really likes the Ariana Grande Cherry Eclipse as well. I did notice when I put this one on, all of the times that I have worn it to test it out, he's given me a compliment on it. So that says a lot. But then if I can't smell it myself, that takes the fun out of it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one. So that brings me to the end of today's perfume tray update. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below if there's any fragrances in today's video that you love, that you don't like. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Go ahead and check out Juliana's perfume in the description box below, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I will see you guys in my next video. Ooh la la la. Ooh la la la.